Hello friends, welcome to Department of Plant Pathology, KDSP Agriculture College Nasik. In previous lecture, we have studied wilt of cotton, its causal organism and symptomatology and their management. In today's lecture, we were going to see root rot of cotton. Root rot of cotton caused due to the fungal pathogen Rhizoctonia bataticola, and its precnatal stage is known as Macrophomina fazulina. This disease is severe in many parts of India, especially major cotton growing regions of India, that is in Vidarbha, Punjab, Gujarat, Maharashtra. All major growing areas were affected due to this root rot of cotton. Here you can see the symptoms of this root rot of cotton. There are three types of symptoms produced by this fungal pathogen. First is seedling disease, second is sour shine, and third one is root rot. Germinating seedlings of 1 to 2 weeks old were attacked by this pathogen, and at the time of attack it causes infection to the hypocotyl and causes black lesions, girdling of stem, and death of the seedlings were occurred, causing large gaps in the field. So this is the particular marks of identification of seedling rot. In sour shine stage, 4 to 6 weeks old crops were affected. You can see the symptoms, that is dark reddish brown cankers are formed on the stem near the soil surface, which later turn dark brown to black in color, leading to drying of leaves, and subsequently the entire plants and the plants may break at the collar region. Typical root rot symptoms appear normally at the time of maturity of the plant, and this is third type of symptom of root rot. The most prominent symptom is sudden and complete wilting of the plants in patches in concentric circles. Initially all the leaves droop down suddenly and die within a day or 2 to 3 days of infection. The affected plants, when pulled, reveal the rotting of entire root system except taproot and few laterals. That means affected plants can easily uprooted, and if you see there is the brownish color portion or brownish color develop at the collar region of this plant, and it completely damages all the root system of the crop. Hence all plants are suddenly droop down or entire root system were collapsed. The bark of the affected plants shred and even extend above the ground level. In badly affected plants, the woody portion may become black and brittle, and this pathogen produces certain black to dark brown colored sclerotia. These are the resting spores or resting structure produced by this Rhizoctonia bataticola, and they can survive up to the next season inside the soil. Here you can see the microscopic structure of sclerotia, how the sclerotia can be seen. So you can found there is a blackish color inside the center denoted aggregation of mycelium, and these are sclerotia. These were produced by this Rhizoctonia bataticola. The fungal hyphae are septate and fairly thick and produced black irregular sclerotia which measures 100 micrometer in diameter. This disease is mainly soil borne, and pathogen can survive in soil as in the form of sclerotia for several years. The spread is through sclerotia, which are disseminated by irrigation water, implements, heavy winds, and other interculturing operations, so that this sclerotia can move from infected field to the healthy field. This pathogen favors dry weather, that means dry weather following heavy rains, high soil temperature, that is 35 to 39 degrees Celsius, and low soil moisture, that is 15 to 20%, is favorable for development of this Rhizoctonia bataticola. Now we will see how to control this disease. This disease is very difficult to control, that it is seed borne and sclerotia were present inside the soil. So we have to apply all integrated disease management practices that we have seen in earlier disease, that is wilt of cotton. We have to treat the seeds with Trichoderma viride at the rate of 4 gram per kg or Pseudomonas fluorescens at the rate of 10 gram per kg of seed prior to the planting or prior to the seed sowing. Then alternate seed treatment can be done by carboxin or Hyrum at the rate of 4 gram per kg of seed. Then this pathogen can be controlled easily by drenching with fungicides like carbendazim or propiconazole near the rhizosphere soil. You can see the mycelial growth of this Rhizoctonia buttiticula near the ground region or at the collar region, so that we have to apply drenching method. That means we have to prepare solution of carbendazim or propiconazole at the rate of 2 gram per liter, and such 5 to 10 liters of solution should be applied near the rhizosphere soil, so that all the mycelium or all the spores which were present in that area will be killed. Then apply farmyard manure at the rate of 10 tons per hectare. Farmyard manure containing Trichoderma viride or mixture of neem cake at the rate of 2.5 tons per hectare is essential. The next point is adjustment of sowing date or sowing time. Early sowing and late sowing will escape the disease from high soil temperature conditions. Then adopt intercropping with sorghum or other beans which were effective for breaking the life cycle of this pathogen, and if possible grow the resistant varieties or recommended varieties which were obtained from authenticated sources. These are some management practices can follow to control root rot disease of cotton. Thanks for watching this video. In next lecture we will see the another disease of cotton, that is grey or arrowlet mildew of cotton.